When I started getting into bass fishing seriously back in the mid 2000s, just like most people, I started out with a spinning reel. Then one day I was fishing near this guy who was using a bait caster and he was casting farther than me. He actually caught a couple of bass because he was reaching this submerged log that I couldn't reach with my spinning reel. So after that, I decided to switch over to bait casters because obviously I thought they casted farther, and being a bank angler, I wanted the extra distance. I never bought a spinning reel after that until recently. Now, I used to frequent a couple of the bigger fishing message boards, and to my surprise, pretty much all the people said that spinning reels outcast bait casting reels, especially with light lures. Now, did any of these people provide any real evidence to support this? Any testing videos or credible magazine articles that did controlled testing? Of course not. So for years I thought that spinning reels casted farther than casting reels, but I enjoyed using bait casters a lot more, so I stuck with them instead of switching back. But when I started my channel years ago, one test I knew I was going to do was a cast battle between a spinning reel and a bait caster, just to find out for myself. So a few weeks ago, I uploaded the 2024 Casting Olympics video, and in this Casting Olympics, I put two bait finesse reels up against an ultralight spinning reel, casting both a heavy and light bait finesse lure. Now for this test, I purchased the Shimano Sienna 500 spinning reel and put it up against the Shimano ALDEBARAN BFS and the budget Shanghi Lingle 2. The results of that test were that the spinning reel lost to both BFS reels with both the heavier and the lighter BFS lure, and I was using the same length and power rod, and of course the same line. And for some reason, the shills and fanboys came out because they were butt triggered over these results, and of course started making excuses for the spinning reel, saying it was too small, should have used this kind of braid, blah blah blah. Now, did any of the butt-triggered commenters refute my test with any kind of real evidence of their own? Of course not. That's why I have a YouTube channel and they don't. I even linked a video to another YouTuber who actually used a 2000 size spinning reel versus his CURADO BFS using braid, and the spinning reel lost that battle as well. Now, a few videos ago, a subscriber informed me of a video by a channel called Salt Strong, where they did a cast battle between a bait caster and a spinning reel, casting a lure that weighed about 1/4 of an ounce. I've left a link to that video pinned at the top of the comments, and I want you guys to go watch it, and watch it all the way to the end. But we're going to talk about their results in this video. So here you can see where his cast landed. The red flags are the spinning reel casts, and the yellow flags are for the bait caster. So overall, the spinning reel looks like it casted a couple of feet farther, but more importantly, more consistently. So this proves spinning reels cast farther than bait casters, right? Not so fast. Now, I'm going to go over the tackle he used. For the spinning setup, he used a DAIWA BG 2500 MQ with a 7'6" medium powered fast action rod. For the bait cast setup, he used a DAIWA Coastal 80 TW with a 7'3" medium fast casting rod. So with a 3-inch longer rod and a 2500 size spinning reel using 20-pound braid, the spinning reel could barely beat the bait caster. But here's the thing. Now, I'm not criticizing his choice of using the Coastal 80. Obviously it works for him, but the Coastal 80 has a smaller 32mm spool, and DAIWA USA doesn't give us any kind of information about what brake system it has. Now, the bigger DAIWA Coastal 150 uses the air brake system because it has SV in its designation, but since the Coastal 80 doesn't have SV in its name, I'm going to assume that it's using the standard MagForce Z, just like the reel it's based off of, which is the TATULA 80. Now, any number of Shimanos would cast 10 to 15 feet farther than that coastal 80 using monofilament, but with braid, at least 20 plus feet further, if not more. So if you use like a CHRONARCH G or a Tranx 150, which are both inshore saltwater reels, the baitcaster would have won over that 2500 size spinning reel, and quite easily, I might add. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't go into, what his baitcaster reel settings were for this test, but that's irrelevant. I'm sure it's the exact same settings he uses out on the water. But also, let's not gloss over the fact that the spinning rod he used was 3 inches longer. Now, I'm not sure if Salt Strong is affiliated with DAIWA or not, since both reels he used were DAIWAs, but I do know that Shimano has implemented technology into their recent spinning reels that add casting distance, at least to the higher end models. Now, how much more distance? I don't know. Maybe someone with a spinning reel channel will do a test for us, hopefully. So we now have 3 videos comparing the casting distance between a spinning reel and bait casters, and in 2 out of the 3 tests, the bait casting setups won, and incidentally, those were the test worthy rods or the same length. So how many of you listening to me now are under the impression that spinning reels cast farther than bait casters because you saw some people stating it on some internet forums? Now, what does this tell us? It tells us that people on message boards just parrot and repeat things they think make them look smart, hoping to be clever on the internet to complete strangers who care nothing about them. That's why I stopped frequenting those places years ago. Too many parents and fanboy shills with brand agendas, spouting bullcrap with nothing to back up their claims. So anyways, guys, go watch the Salt Strong video, as well as my Casting Olympics video that I've pinned up at the top of the comment section, and let me know what your experience is with spinning versus bait casting. Now, quick heads up to end off this video, I have some high-end BFS videos coming up soon, including the Hybo Ultra Air and a low-profile BFS DC reel. So real exciting stuff. All right, guys, thanks a lot.